Now, after weeks of chaos, South Korean authorities are determined to execute an arrest warrant for impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol, despite strong resistance from his security teams. Protesters continued to rally around his residence as well, braving freezing temperatures. As Yoon faces an impeachment trial starting the 14th of January, the question remains, will the arrest happen anytime soon? More in this report.
After weeks of chaos, the investigating officers in South Korea vowed to bypass a security blockade with a new court-issued arrest warrant, facing a wall of protesters stationed day and night outside impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol's residence to prevent his arrest. Protesters, both supporting and opposing the embattled Yoon, continued to battle freezing temperatures to stage rallies around the presidential compound on Wednesday.
Although South Korea is clearly a country governed by the rule of law, I believe the rule of law has collapsed. I feel that there is another, stronger power above the law. If this continues, I fear that we might not live in a free democracy but in a lawless state, which is why I decided to take action.
I firmly believe that it is a clear violation of the law and inherently invalid for the Corruption Investigation Office to request a warrant, as it does not have the authority to investigate national security crimes.
The execution of the arrest warrant for Yoon Suk-yeol is complicated by the National Office of Investigation of the Korean National Police Agency, which earlier claimed the document from the anti-corruption agency has legal flaws. Opponents and experts argue that massive security is needed to arrest Yoon.
Since the doors are blocked and the barricades along with the barbed wire has been set up, it is now necessary to mobilize special forces of the police and people with special skills to breach the obstacles. In order to safely control any situation that can happen, if there are around 300 to 400 people inside, we would need about 10 times that number of personnel and various equipment to remove the barricades.
In this situation, the police have armored vehicles, the riot squad, and various other methods to disperse the people gathered. In cases where many people are gathered, tear gas could be used to disperse the people and helicopters could even be used.
Yoon has refused questioning and is under investigation for attempting to impose martial law on December 3 and also faces an impeachment trial. Meanwhile, acting President Choi Sang-mok urged authorities to do their best to prevent any injuries to citizens or physical conflict between government agencies while executing Yoon's arrest warrant. South Korea's Constitutional Court has slated January 14 for the start of Yoon's impeachment trial, which would proceed in his absence if he does not attend. Despite the renewed arrest order and resistance from presidential security, the investigating authority is still seeking to execute the arrest. However, it remains unclear if this will happen soon. Rabindra Chauhan's report for DD India.